What do we perceive when we think about protests? Are they merely a disruption, or do they serve as a potent reminder of freedom of speech, a democratic right to dissent, and a vehicle for change? This is a question that came to the fore during the recent pro-Palestinian protests that shook the very heartbeat of Oakland and the Golden Gate Bridge. On the 15th of April, 2024, a wave of protests swept across the Golden Gate Bridge and I-880 in Oakland. Traffic came to a standstill for nearly 5 hours. More than 24 individuals were arrested as protesters formed human barricades, attaching themselves to concrete-filled drums and vehicles. This was not a spontaneous outburst, but a calculated move to disrupt the global economy and demand an end to U.S. support for Israel. The protest was part of a coordinated global effort that spanned 56 cities, each echoing the same cry for justice and peace. But the response was not uniform. Some commuters and observers expressed frustration over the traffic disruptions, while others acknowledged the gravity of the message being delivered. This protest is not an isolated incident. The seeds were sown back in November 2023 when pro-Palestinian protesters attempted to delay a U.S. military cargo ship, the MV Cape Orlando, at the ports of Tacoma and Oakland. Although the ship was eventually loaded, the protest marked another significant milestone in the long history of political activism at West Coast shipping docks. And it sparked a global solidarity movement that reached as far as Barcelona, Spain, and Genoa, Italy. In the same month, divisions within the American Jewish community were highlighted as progressive Jewish Americans called for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas conflict. This call was echoed by 66% of U.S. voters. The viewpoints within the community varied widely, with some supporting military aid to Israel and others criticizing the Israeli government's actions. Fast forward to April 2024, and these protests have now escalated to a point where they are not just causing traffic disruptions, but also sparking intense debates about free speech, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and Palestinian advocacy on college campuses. The incident at UC Berkeley Law School, where a pro-Palestinian student disrupted an event at the dean's home, has only added fuel to this raging fire. In conclusion, these protests have raised crucial questions about the nature and impact of activism. They have highlighted divisions within communities, sparked debates about free speech, and drawn attention to the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas. But perhaps more than anything, they have served as a stark reminder of the power of collective voices in advocating for change. Whether one views these protests as a nuisance or a necessity, they have undeniably etched a significant mark on the canvas of global politics.